Namaskar and welcome to the YouTube channel of Kuber Entertainment. I am Vaidya Rama Khataukar, presenting the 12th episode of the serial Ayurved Tantra Ani Mantra. Today's topic is immunity in the views of Ayurveda. In this video, we will discuss about what is immunity according to Ayurveda, what is the relation between Ayurveda and immunity, its importance, its sources, types, basic things upon which immunity depends, and how can we increase our immunity. If we can't stop the rain, we should use umbrellas to keep ourselves safe. This is the basic thinking behind concept of immunity. Everybody has to earn this safety armor. It can't be borrowed, neither bought. There are many causative factors which can harm to our body, and the mechanism of the body which prevents this harm is called immunity. The Ayurvedic word is Vyadhi Kshamatva. Vyadhi means the disease, and the ability to avoid it is Vyadhi Kshamatva. Here is the definition according to Ayurveda. Vyadhi Kshamatvam nama Vyadhi Bala Virodhitvam Vyadhi Utpada Pratibandhakatvam iti. The meaning is Vyadhi Kshamatva is that capacity of the body which either prevents the disease or makes it less harmful. Ayurveda is an oldest medical science on the earth which is practiced successfully till today's era. In Charak Samhita, there is a mention of a conference which illuminates the relation between Ayurveda and immunity. In this conference, many rishis and munis were gathered. The common problem was their ill health. Because of it, they used to get interrupted in their research works and spiritual sadhana and daily routines. The output of this discussion was spotting a medical science of life, the Ayurveda. But that was restricted only to some persons. It was a requirement to make it spread between communities. After the long chain of events, a science of life, Ayurveda, was spread among the common persons. The moral of this story is the basic cause of existence of Ayurveda is prevention of diseases, that is, boosting up of the immunity. Treatment of the diseases is the other cause. The same thing is quoted in scientific manner. Prayojanam hi asya swasthasya swasthya rakshanam aturasya vikara prashamanam cha. Need of having immunity or Vyadhi Kshamatva. Firstly, to enjoy the feeling of healthy life. Secondly, to fulfill all the responsibilities and daily work. Progressing on the spiritual path is the third one. Sources of Vyadhi Kshamatva. It is hereditary up to some extent. It decreases and increases according to changing seasons, and it can be acquired. In other words, the types of Vyadhi Kshamatva are Sahaja, Kalaja and Yuktikruta. Saha means along with. Ja means birth. We have some part of immunity from our mother, father and ancestors. That is Sahaja Vyadhi Kshamatva. That means the would-be parents have a golden chance of gifting the most valuable thing to their children. It can be achieved by preparing themselves before the conception. Ayurveda has a specific view about this concept, and it is called Shreyasi Praja. Kalaja Vyadhi Kshamatva. The immunity is lowered naturally in Grishma, Varsha and Sharad Ritu, that is Adan Kal. In the Hemanta, Vasanta and Shishir Ritu, immunity increases naturally, it is Visarga Kal. It is lowered in Ritu Sandhi Kal, that is 1 or 2 weeks of changing the seasons. There is a concept of Rutucharya to boost up the immunity of Kalaja type. By following some simple rules of eating and behaviors, we can prevent some seasonal diseases. During some phases of life, immunity is lowered naturally. Body has to work on some specific task so that the remaining part of body lower its capacity to prevent the diseases. Those phases are during menses, during pregnancy, during delivery, post-delivery period. Acquired immunity or Yuktikrita Vyadhikshamatva. This is the most important part because we can achieve it by ourselves by following some simple rules of food intake, behavior, and medicines. According to Ayurveda, Vyadhikshamatva depends upon three important factors. Those are Deha Bala, Mano Bala, and Agni Bala. Deha Bala is strength of body. It is reckoned by all the seven dhatus, especially Mausa Dhatu, Rakta Dhatu, and Asti Dhatu, are in their normal condition. Good muscle tone, all the five senses are working properly, and all the five karmendriyas are also working properly. The karmendriyas are speech, hands, feet, excretory organs, and genital organs. Strength of mind is equally important for boosting up the immunity. Vishado rogavardhananam sreshtaha and bhirutasya rogakartrutvat. These sutras tell the same thing. The word Vishad represents all the negative feelings. It is the major cause of lowering the immunity. So, positivity is the answer to boost up immunity. The concept of Agni is the factor that transforms. May it be the food, knowledge, information, or anything. Rogaha sarvepi mandegno is one of the main basic principles of Ayurveda. So, keeping the Agni, especially Jathar Agni, in its normal condition is a way to boosting up immunity. Which persons are prone to diseases? Obese people, very thin people, weakness of especially blood, muscles and bones, habitual less eaters, weak persons, habit of consuming food which is not used to the body, and habit of taking viruddha ahar. Yuktikruta Vyadhikshamatva or ways of immunity boosting. Ahar, food intake, vihar, behavior, aushadhi, medicines. The consistency is equally important. Daily meal should include all the 6 tests: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent. The Maharashtrian platter represents the ideal balance of all the tests in proper quantity. The food should keep all the 7 and especially Rakta, Mausa and Asti Dhatu in well-nourished condition. For example, rice, wheat, jaggery, honey, dates, fruits, ghee, pulses, eggs, chicken, etc. To digest this type of food and to improve the immunity, the spices are equally essential. For example, cumin, black pepper, ginger, chilies, garlic, clove, mustard, cinnamon, etc. What to avoid? Stale and spoiled food, then viruddhanna, then eating before the previous food is digested, eating more than appetite, eating less than appetite, eating with no appetite, eating at odd timings, taking the food which is not habitual, and lastly junk food. These are strictly avoidable. Behavior for immunity boosting. Vyayamo sthairyakaranaam sreshtaha. The exercise must be included in the daily routine. There is no substitute for exercise. It should be set as per age, strength, prakriti, diet and other requirements. Sadvritta Palan is following the morals and ethics. We should not harm others physically, verbally or even mentally. We should avoid the 6 enemies. Those are anger, jealousy, captivation, greed, eros and arrogance. There is a specific concept of Vegavarod in Ayurveda. Habit of obstructing the typical 13 natural calls like motion, micturition, vomiting, cry, etc. lowers the body strength, resulting in lowering the immunity. The Ayurvedic medicines which boost up the immunity are called Rasayan Aushadhi. Some of those are Amalaki and the medicine is Chavanprash. The second one is Pimpali, Piperlongum, Guduchi, Tinospora cardifolia, Shatavari, Asparagus racemosus and Haridra turmeric. The dosage, indications, contraindications and in which form the medicine should be taken, all these things should be set only after consulting your Vaidya. Some specific medicines and Panchakarma therapies are conducted to boost up the immunity of specific systems. For example, respiratory system or Pranavastrotas, there is Vardhaman Pippali Rasayan, Chavanprash, Karpuradivati and Vasantik Vaman Upachar. Conclusion. The concept of immunity bears the Bija Kshetra Nyay. If Kshetra or soil or our body is strong, firm and hard, no Bija, that is seed of disease, will grow. The second thing is boosting the immunity is a continuous process. The third one, following the proper Dinacharya, Rutucharya and Paricharya play a major role in immunity boosting. Thank you.